Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about menstrual cups. I'm going to give you the information that I know of, and it's not going to be all the information there is out there about menstrual cups, but it's going to be kind of a general overview of what they are and why they're beneficial and my thoughts on them and my experiences with them and things like that. So if you want a more in-depth video, I will find a kind of informational video and link it down below to give you all the facts, because I found one the other day that was amazing, so I'm gonna try and find that again and I'll link it down below. If you don't know what a menstrual cup is, it is a medical grade silicone cup, and today I'm gonna review the Lily Cup Compact specifically. It's from the company Intimina, and they're a Swedish feminine care company, and it's the first one that is a compact. Basically you could crush it down to that. It actually has its own little storage case that you keep it in, like so, and you can just travel with it, keep it in your purse, you start while you're out, things like that. So just a little bit of general information. Basically what happens is you fold it up, you fold it, like so. You put it up inside you, and it doesn't like suction onto your cervix per se, but it suctions into your vagina, so it kind of sits near your cervix and it collects all your menstrual blood, and then you remove it and dump it and then clean it and then put it back in. The perks about this. I got a lot of questions on Instagram about the perks of why would you use a menstrual cup? What's the point? They seem weird, like why? Now the obvious thing is you don't have to buy tampons when you use these, and these you can keep up to a year. You want to replace them every year. The Lily Cup is $39.95, so it's about $40, but if you compare that to a box of tampons that you have to buy every month or every 2 months, you're gonna save a lot of money by using a menstrual cup. Not only that, but it's a lot safer for you. There is no possible way of getting toxic shock syndrome by using one of these. They are made with medical grade silicone, as I mentioned, so they are completely safe to put inside you. You just want to make sure you clean them properly, especially the first time. You want to boil them in water for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you want to have an unscented soap that you clean them with, kind of in between. I haven't done that as far as like in between dumping and cleaning. I kind of rinse it out and then put it back in. I have not had any issues. As far as preference of which one I prefer, I have to say the Lily Cup. And now this is a sponsored video by Lily Cup Compact, but I don't want that to think that it swayed my opinion at all, because I would not have done this video or agreed to do this video if I didn't prefer it or like it better than the Diva Cup. A lot of people use the Diva Cup and love it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. However, it is more painful to insert than this one. That's one of the main questions I got on Instagram is, how do you put them in? They look so big. How does it go up inside you? Do they hurt? Are they uncomfortable? Things like that. So I'm gonna kind of address that. The Diva Cup has a thicker edge here, and it's like a lot stiffer, whereas this one is super flexible. Now how you insert it, there's 2 methods that you can fold it. One is the U fold, which this is not comfortable to me. No, I don't like that method. I like this method where you pinch it and you pull it down, and then you pinch it, and look at that, it's so small, it just goes right up inside. The Diva Cup, it is just a little bit it's a little stiff and it's big. Like even when you do that fold down method, it doesn't get as small as the Lily Cup. And this one also has a regular size, so if you have a much heavier flow, I would go for that one. It still has the same kind of material, so it's a lot softer than the Diva Cup, but it holds more, so you don't have to change it as often. Another question I got frequently was, does it leak, or did you experience leaking? And yes, but I have heard that that happens a lot when it's your first few times using it, and it takes some practice, because sometimes it doesn't open up all the way inside, but you want to make sure it does. You can do that by inserting your finger and kind of running it around just to make sure it's like suctioned on there. Both times that I had leaking issues, I only really had leaking issues with the Diva Cup, and that was my first time using a menstrual cup. I used this for my second time, and I much prefer this, but I think it was because I used it on a heavy flow day, and so it was just ready to be changed. But both times it was in the morning when I just woke up, which you can wear these all throughout the night. Like I said, you can wear them for 10 to 12 hours, so that's amazing. I thought I would be really grossed out and get lightheaded when I saw the blood in the cup. I didn't have that issue at all, did not have that reaction. Getting it out though can be kind of difficult. You basically have to put your thumb and forefinger inside and push down to break the suction, and then you kind of wiggle it out. But the biggest tip to getting it out, you have to push down with your muscles. Like you were pooping or something, you just push it down. And you'll know what I mean when you're like digging for it and then you like push down, and it's so much easier to remove. The biggest thing though, do not panic. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not like a tampon. It's not gonna get lost up in there and you're not gonna get sick from it or anything. It will come out, trust me. Something helpful too is if you're struggling with it or it's your first time, I would recommend changing it in the shower, because you can squat down and that's the position you want to kind of be in. I just squat over the toilet and that's fine. We want to have that kind of squatting position, and then in the shower it's super easy to just dump and clean and put it back in. So I recommend doing that if it's your first time. Once it's in, I'm going to tell you, you do not feel anything until it gets closer to being full where you want to change it. Now it doesn't like fill up, it just gets like heavier, if that makes sense. So it'll kind of like sink down a little bit and you'll feel it and you'll know that you need to change it. Also, you'll be able to gauge when you need to change it based on how much blood is getting in the cup, and it's really cool because you get to monitor how much blood you bleed throughout the week. It sounds so weird, and I know a lot of people, this isn't gonna be for everybody, but it's kind of cool to know your body and to know how much you're bleeding, and you just learn when you'll need to change it. If you're used to using pads and not really used to putting anything up in there like tampons, then this might be a little bit of a struggle for you at first. I think you can get used to it though. It's just gonna take a little bit longer for you to learn the process of like putting it in and things like that. Another question I got a lot is it messy? Like when you take it out, does it go everywhere? If you like rip it out and it like just goes like this, you know, like when it comes out, yeah, you're gonna get blood everywhere in the toilet. It stays in the toilet, maybe gets on you a little bit. I have had that happen, but usually you're in control when you're pulling it out, and you get a lot better at it as you continue to use it, the more experience you have with it. But for me, it's not really messy anymore. I can really control it and then pull it out gently when it comes to the surface and then dump it, and it's fine. In public, I have not had to change it in public because I usually will just leave it in, because you can leave it in for 10 to 12 hours depending on how heavy your flow is. On my worst day, probably would have to change it in public. I haven't had to do that yet though, but I will keep you guys updated. I know you can take it out. You want to wash your hands before you go in the stall. Go in the stall, take it out. You can dump it in the toilet, and I've read that you can just take some toilet paper, wipe it out, put it back in, and then go wash your hands. And then when you get home or wherever you can, maybe an individual bathroom, you can then wash it properly. I really love the Lily Cup Compact, and I kind of want to try the bigger version, the regular Lily Cup, because for that one day that it's just like a lot, I need something a little bit more. This worked fine. I just had to change it every like 2 to 4 hours, which still isn't even that bad because that's how often I would change a tampon anyway. I just like that it's smaller and it's more comfortable, it's softer, it just is more flexible, it's easier to put in, easier to take out. So I just overall prefer the smaller size of this. Even on my heavy day, I think I'd prefer this to the Diva Cup. And I like how this is just so compact that you can, I mean, not that it takes up a lot of space anyway, but you can just travel with it. I also got questions on sizing. Now they have the Lily Cup Compact, the regular Lily Cup, and then there's 2 sizes of each, whether you've given birth vaginally. This one is size A, which is meant for those under 30 who have not given birth, vaginally that is, and then there's the hot pink one that is size B, and that's meant for people over 30 or have given birth vaginally. There is only 2 sizes, and really this size and like the other size would be almost universal, but you can test out other cups because there are different shapes to them. There's different like softness. It's about experimenting with what works for you, what you prefer. I think everyone's going to be different with what they prefer in a cup, but this is just my preference. I really, really like this one. I'll leave the Lily Cup website down below, and they do worldwide shipping, and with the code in the description, you can get free shipping. Make sure to leave some questions down below if I did not address everything in this video, and check out that other informational video. I'll have a link to it down below just to make sure that you have like a full grasp on everything before you take the plunge, and just make sure that you're educated on it because it's really important. I hope this was helpful for some of you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Oh, hey guys. So first and foremost, I just want to say I took my glasses off so I can't see a thing. Which kind of sucks because I usually don't wear contacts when I don't wear makeup.